The power of letting go. There comes a point in life when you have to make one of the hardest, most courageous decisions you'll ever face: letting go. Not just of people, but of pain, doubt, fear, and everything that no longer serves your growth. We often hold on to things that are quietly breaking us: habits, relationships, old wounds, because we fear the unknown more than the damage they cause. But if you truly want to rise, if you truly want to thrive, you must release what's been holding you back. You see, the fear of letting go is an illusion. It's the mind's way of keeping you safe, but not free. Freedom comes when you choose to stop carrying what was never meant for you. That anger, that resentment, that guilt, they're not badges of strength, they're weights. And the truth is, you're stronger without them. There's real strength in surrender, real power in saying, I deserve more. Because you do. You deserve peace. You deserve love that doesn't hurt. You deserve joy that doesn't come with conditions. But to receive that, you've got to let go of the lesser things. You've got to let go of the drama, the negativity, the toxic attachments. And that begins with the choice to no longer let your past dictate your future. Reclaiming your power through solitude. When you start living with the belief that you are complete all by yourself, that's when everything begins to change. That's when the right people show up, the right doors open, and the right opportunities flow into your life. Why? Because you're no longer desperate for approval. You stop settling for less. You stop shrinking to fit into places you've outgrown. You begin to live from a place of confidence and strength. And people recognize that. They respect that. Let me tell you something powerful. When you become comfortable being alone, you become unstoppable. You stop fearing rejection because your self-worth isn't tied to someone else's acceptance. You stop fearing being alone because you realize you're never really alone. You're with the one person who matters most, yourself. You are enough, just as you are. And when you embrace that truth, you release the fear that's been holding you back from living the life you were destined for. Letting go of fear, letting go of people who drain you, letting go of limiting beliefs. It's not easy, but it's worth it. The life you deserve is already within reach. Here's what I want you to understand. Life is not as short as people say. It's long enough. Long enough to rebuild. Long enough to heal. Long enough to live the life you truly deserve. But only if you stop living on someone else's terms. Only if you stop conforming to other people's expectations. You were not born to be a prisoner of someone else's opinion. You were not born to live in fear, to constantly question your worth. You were born to rise. You were born to evolve. But for that to happen, you must be willing to cut ties, not just with toxic people, but with toxic thoughts and behaviors that have been pulling you down for years. Letting go doesn't always mean a dramatic goodbye. Sometimes it's a quiet realization that your peace is more important than their comfort. It's deciding to stop explaining yourself, to stop proving your worth, to stop trying to fix people who don't want to change, because you are not responsible for their happiness. You are responsible for your own. And when you prioritize your own peace, your own healing, your own growth, the right people will understand, and the wrong ones will fall away. The truth about growth and outgrowing people. Let me be real with you. Growth isn't pretty. It's not always peaceful. Sometimes growth is messy. Sometimes it means losing people you once thought were permanent. Sometimes it means standing alone, misunderstood, judged, talked about. And that's okay. When people talk behind your back, when they spread rumors, when they call you cold or distant, they are projecting. They don't understand your path because they haven't walked it. They haven't felt the pain you've endured. They haven't fought the battles you've won. And honestly, they don't need to understand. That's not your job. Your only job is to grow, to evolve, to heal. And sometimes that means outgrowing friendships, relationships, and environments that no longer reflect who you are becoming. That's not betrayal, that's transformation. And transformation is not meant to be easy. It's meant to elevate you. The power of forgiveness, starting with yourself. Forgiveness is one of the most misunderstood forms of healing. People think it's about the other person. It's not. It's about you. You forgive not because they deserve it, but because you deserve peace. You forgive to unchain yourself from the past. Because carrying anger, guilt, or resentment is like walking through life with a backpack full of rocks. It weighs you down, it slows your progress, and it's not worth it. You think it living at home, we know helps my blacksmith students when you're lower than far works. But let's talk about the hardest kind of forgiveness, forgiving yourself. So many of us carry shame for decisions we made when we didn't know better. But here's the truth. You did the best you could with what you had at the time. Now you know better. Now you've grown, and it's time to move forward. Stop living in the rearview mirror. Stop blaming yourself for the things you can no longer change. You are not your mistakes. You are your lessons. You are your resilience. You are your growth. And that deserves compassion, not punishment. Embracing solitude and finding strength within. Being alone does not mean being lonely. Solitude is not a curse, it's a gift. It's a space where you reconnect with your truth, where you find your voice again. We live in a world that teaches us to fear being alone. But the truth is, solitude is where you become whole. You don't need someone to complete you. You don't need validation to confirm your worth. You are already enough, right now, as you are. And when you fully embrace that truth, you stop chasing the wrong people. You stop attracting pain. Instead, you become a magnet for peace, for authenticity, for love that uplifts rather than drains. And here's a powerful truth. The moment you stop seeking external validation, the moment you stop people-pleasing, that's the moment your real life begins. You're not here to be everything for everyone. You're here to be fully, unapologetically you. And the right people will respect that. The wrong ones will fall away. Protecting your energy and choosing yourself. There's something deeply powerful in choosing yourself, in saying, I matter too. Too often we hold on to people out of pity, out of guilt, out of a misguided sense of loyalty. But here's the truth. You can't save everyone. You're not supposed to. You are not responsible for healing people who won't help themselves. You are not responsible for carrying the emotional weight of those who refuse to grow. You are not here to sacrifice your peace for someone else's chaos. And yes, walking away might hurt. It might feel selfish, but it's not. It's self-respect. It's self-preservation. Because if you don't protect your energy, no one else will. When you let go of what drains you, when you walk away from what no longer aligns with your spirit, you make space for what uplifts you. You make room for the people who support your vision, your purpose, your dreams. Trust the process and step into your greatness. You can't rush healing. You can't force people to change. You can't control how the universe unfolds. But you can trust that when you let go of what doesn't serve you, life starts aligning in ways you never imagined. The life you've been searching for is already within reach. But it starts with you, with a decision to stop settling, to stop playing small, to stop hiding your brilliance because it makes others uncomfortable. You were born for greatness. You were born to shine. But first you have to believe it. You have to trust yourself. You have to let go of the dead weight of doubt, fear, and pain, and step boldly into your power. So let me ask you, what are you still holding on to? What's stopping you from becoming who you were meant to be? Whatever it is, release it. Let it go. Because when you do, you'll rise higher than you ever thought possible. You'll walk into rooms with your head held high, not needing approval because you know your worth. You'll begin attracting blessings that match your energy. And most of all, you'll finally begin to live, not just exist. Your journey starts now. Let go of the weight so you can rise. Let go of the past so you can grow. Let go of the fear so you can finally be free. You've got this. You are enough. You were born for greatness, and it's time to start living like you believe it. Thank you for watching. If this message spoke to you, subscribe to my channel, Limitless Mindset, where growth begins and greatness never ends.